everybody. So I've got another post or a thing. So today I did probably one of the most exciting things that being in one location means that I can do, and that would be going to a library. Yes. So one of the biggest struggles I've had while traveling is how much I love to read. And I know there's Kindles and tablets and all that stuff that you can use, but one, that means you have to buy another piece of electronics, which when I was in the States, I looked into it briefly, but I didn't have the money. So that wasn't an option for me. And I've looked, here and there for stuff, but when you're traveling, you're really trying to be careful of your funds. And with Kindles or with all these different ones, what I gathered was first you have to buy it. And then, you can get some books for free, but then other ones you have to purchase. And it's whether or not, you can download certain ones, but then you have to have battery. So for me, it's been like, okay, it's a cool idea, but it wasn't viable for me. So while I've been traveling, I have found a lot of free books online just to use on my laptop, and that's been good. But the problem is that one, a lot of the books, to get them, they're ones where you can read them as long as you're connected to the internet, and then other ones where you can download them, but it's usually the ones you download. One, it's really hard to find a good PDF copy of recent books. I found one really good website where you can download ones from old books. So I've been able to reread some Jane Austen and Charles Dickens and a lot of those books. So that was nice. But if you want to read anything recent, then you gotta either pay for it or you have to have internet to just kind of read page by page. But anyway, and the other kind of downside of that, of just electronics in general, is that I've noticed my eyesight gets really wonky after I'm done reading for a bit. I mean, I know with some of the Kindles, they have filters out the blue light or something, but just looking at a screen and stuff, you get that weird light, and I get done reading and it's almost hard to focus, and I'm pretty sure my eyesight's gotten worse. And I don't know if that's just because I'm older. Could be that. But also I think a big thing is that I'm on a computer a lot more than I was before, because a lot of my reading was done with books. So anyway, got to Japan, and I was one of my things was libraries. But of course, I'm in a place where English is not their first language, so it was wasn't sure if I could find a library that would be, Kira friendly, monkey friendly. But anyway, I talked to somebody at work and mentioned it, and they were like, oh yeah, there'll be an English section. So I was like, yes. And then I found out that there's a library really close to where I live, near the train station. So I made it my mission today to kind of wander down there. And Kira has, I'm going to cover up the zip code, or the little barcode. I have a library card. I have a library card. Yes. Mwah! Okay. So, a couple of things to note about libraries is you need to have some sort of identification when you go, and I don't mean a passport. You need to actually, so if you're just visiting on a tourist visa, sorry guys, you are not going to be able to check out books. So, you can go in and read, but you can't borrow a book, for obvious reasons. But if you have a residence card or student or something, then they'll let you get a library card. So, and they actually gave me a nifty general information in both Japanese and English, which is pretty awesome, because, I walk in and I'm a little nervous, and then I start speaking English, and then the staff gets a little nervous, and then we're both nervous trying to figure out, can we communicate? But it worked out in the long run. So they were really super helpful. Yeah. So a couple of the things it tells you to just kind of be aware of is, you're going to have to fill out an application. It was super simple. I just had to write my name and my address and my phone number and my date of birth. The catch is they want it in Japanese kanji or katakana. And I can write my name, or I can write my first name. I've gotten better at my last name. The address, nothing doing. So basically what they had me do was I filled out my name in English or Roman letters and then in katakana. And then the address, I filled it out in English or Roman letters, and then they wrote it in Japanese kanji. And basically, because the back of your residence card, because it has your registered address on it, they just check that the two match. So that was fine. And then your date of birth, which they do year, month, day. So, but you can just cheat and look at your residence card and figure it out that way. That's what I did. But so I get to check out up to 6 books for 2 weeks. And I can go to any of the libraries in like the Yokohama area, which is awesome because apparently they have 18 libraries. Raka. So, yeah. But it tells you here that like you get a card right away, like they get it and then they write your name on the bottom. So, luckily my first name is super easy. But yeah, so there's not a huge English section, at least in that particular library, which is to be expected. But I was surprised. They had a mix of like older books and newer books, and then like some kids books was in there as well, like Shel Silverstein was in there, and like Harry Potter and the Game of Thrones, and like Dan Brown and stuff, and Agatha Christie and Anne Rice and stuff, and there was just some random stuff. So I got some books. Very excited. My first books. Oh my god, like, you don't understand. I'm like a kid at a candy store. I'm gonna read all of the books probably in that library, or all the English books. And the cool thing is you can apparently, it says on here, on the nifty paper, that you can reserve books. So I gotta figure out how that works. But apparently I can reserve books. That means I'm gonna go be checking out some of these other areas. So anyway, my first one I picked was Working for a Japanese Company, because it's insights into the multicultural workplace, because it just sounded like a smart thing to have. Just putting it out there. Yeah, because I've just started my job, started the training, and, there's a group of us who are foreigners, but the majority of the staff are Japanese, so I need to make sure I know what the heck I'm doing, because there's so many, subtleties and differences within the Japanese culture, and I want to make sure that I enjoy working there as much as possible, and people enjoy working with me. So yeah, and then I got some fiction. So let's see, what did I get? Oh, so I found Howl's Moving Castle, because apparently the movie that I love by Miyazaki was based on a book. So I'm kind of excited to read this. And actually this is the same person. She apparently also wrote Castle in the Air, which I don't know if... Oh, it's a sequel! I thought maybe it was like the other Miyazaki film, but it says it's a sequel. Chaotically Magic... Wait, there's 2 sequels. I'm confused. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to read this, and then they have the other one, or one of the other 2 books, and then I have to find the 3rd one. I'm hoping one of the other libraries has it, but kind of excited, not gonna lie. And then I got Gone Girl, because someone recommended it, said it was pretty good. And then this one, I know I read this when I was younger. I'm having one of those like deja vu moments. I was like, this is so familiar. But the problem is I don't remember the ending, so I'm reading it again. And it's called Labyrinth, which that's probably what sparked my interest, because I love the movie Labyrinth, and this has nothing to do with the David Bowie Labyrinth movie, but it's another labyrinth. So I'm going to reread this, remember what it was that I read when I was much younger. And yeah, so that is my adventure into the libraries. If you have more questions, let me know. Yeah, and I'll let you know. I can answer any of those. So, see you next time, and in the meantime, love, 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 love. Alright, bye guys!